Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just recently, Mark over at Hobby Nut Model sent this over to me with my infatuation with Testors kits. He sent this over, and it's called a quick builder, and it's the Aluma Coupe by Boyd Coddington. I think is Boyd, if I'm not correct me. I think it's Boyd Coddington. And I am going to build this thing. This is from 1994. And I've already opened this thing and looked at it, and it's super simple, and it's going to be super quick, and I think it'll turn out to be a nice looking little car. So look at here, I already took the stuff out of the bags. It was bagged, so I took it out. First, the chrome tree here. Got those classic billet wheels. It's got some nice looking rotors and disc and rotors. Here's your grill and suspension parts and things like that, and your two headlights that are chrome, not glass, unfortunately, but anyway, that's okay. It has glass here, and it's tinted glass, so it's got the tinted glass. Actually, it does have some tinted headlights. I don't know if that's for the headlights or not. Anyway, there's your glass, and the top of the body, and the hood, and looks like trunk area, along with the buckets for the lights. Two halves of a body right here that fit together like a boat. Well, yeah, like that. Kind of reminds me of a Prowler. And then the wheels, or the tires. It's got some no-name directional tires. It's 1/24 scale. Tires right there, looks nice. And a few little decals. So I am going to get busy building this, and I think I'm going to paint it yellow. I have to see what yellow colors I have first, because I'd like to keep it to Boyd's design. I don't know if I'd have the right yellow or not, but if I don't, oh well, I can go with something else. But I'll check to see what my available colors are, and I think this thing will build up very quick and nice. So I don't see much. Really the only thing I see is a little bit of flash around where the gotta hide everything else. It wants to zoom in on or focus everything else. There's a little cleanup right in this area. But other than that, it's got a hood latch, but it doesn't have, which is weird, because it doesn't have an engine. So it does have a hood latch. Alright, let's get going. Be right back. Stand by. Alright, so I got some assembly. There's not much assembly to it, but I've got some done. One thing that I'm noticing is that you would, because they're imagining this kit is bought by a 15-year-old kid, and they're just going to put it together, you know, in an evening, and they could, no problem at all. So with that, the windows are shown, they're putting them in as they're constructing the body. I'm not going to do that. I want my body all together so I don't have big huge seams in my paint and stuff like that. So what I've done, because the way these windows install, it would be near impossible to get in there and glue them properly without the roof being off like this. So what I've done, I just cut a hole in the bottom of it. That's going to allow me, once I get the roof on and get it painted, to take my fingers and get in there and work. And then I'll take a thin piece of styrene sheet and I'll cover that hole, and it'll be painted. So I don't think you'll be able to notice that. But I don't like the idea of trying to get those windows in, or painting this section and then putting it on later, because what you get there is it's obvious that piece was painted and then installed, because it attaches. If you'll notice, the A-pillar right here is where it glues. You would never be able to hide that. But if I glue it and sand it and then paint it, and it blends so much better than if I were to try to put these parts on after they were painted. This is a neat little kit. It's very quick. This is only going to take me, even with painting, probably a day or so. And I'm not saying a day or so, like I'm saying just a couple of sittings and you'll be done with this. But it's pretty cool. So I'm going to get these pieces attached, glued together, do some sanding and do some washing. I did scribe the panel lines a little bit because they were very vague for the door. I will give it a good bath. We'll get some primer on it and we'll go from there. So stand by. Alright, so the body is put together. I have pre-fit all the windows to make sure. That's one thing when you're building a model kit. That's what you need to do. Before you paint your kit, you need to make sure you have proper fit with like your windows, any other thing that's going to go on afterwards, but your grills and things like that, because you don't want to take your time and paint and then have to hack something up because it didn't fit right. So you want to go ahead and pre-fit all those things. Some guys will actually like build a whole darn model with using Elmer's glue. Now I'm not going to build the whole thing, but I will see where I need, there's certain areas where you can make those adjustments and not worry about so if it's interior or something like that, you don't have to, I don't test fit all those things because those are associated with a different, this is all associated with body color. So I want to make sure my grill fits, my windows fit, and all those things. The interior, if it had interior or an engine or something like that, all those things can be therefore compensated for later because they don't have really anything to do with the main body. So with this one, I made sure the windows fit. This got front, side. It's got all windows. It has no interior either, so it's got darked out windows. But I went ahead and got the rear view mirrors attached. I've got the headlights attached. I made sure the grill fits, the windows fit. It also has a rear grill that goes right here. And anyway, this thing is ready for some primer. Also, if you'll notice with the box art here, you see the front suspension is not chrome. It's gray or silver. I'm going to paint. Now the wheels are chrome, but I'm going to paint my suspension parts here a silver color. So I think that will make it look much better and much more closer to the representation of what it's supposed to look like. So I got to check now to see what body color I've got. But anyway, I'm going to get some primer sprayed on this and I will be right back. Stand by. Alright, so the body's primered, and I found this, let's see, Tamiya, what's the color? There it is, pure yellow. Hit it with this. It's the only yellow Tamiya color I've got, and I don't really have any MCW colors that are anywhere close to this, so we'll see what it looks like. It's got this darker, I used a darker primer, so it will probably darken the paint a little bit, take a little bit more to cover it, but it will give it a little darker shade. Hey, let me tell you what, primers really matter what color they are when it comes to what color you're putting on top of it. And you can intentionally change the color by like using a dark primer. So I've also got some of the suspension parts over here, and they are in primer as well. They will be an aluminum color possibly, or again whatever this is. It's not chrome. The wheels are polished aluminum, but the suspension is more of a gray color. So that's what it's going to be. So let me mix. Oh boy, let me mix up this paint and we'll be right back. I'm going to spray the paint and I'll be right back. Stand by. Well, I got the paint on it. It's not near as dark yellow as I wanted it to be, but it still turned out to be a nice, very nice finish, nevertheless. Super smooth. That's really the first paint job that I've done using Tamiya paint. I've started using some of the flats and things like that. But this is the first. This is the first actual paint job. Turned out nice. Turned out nice. Probably wasn't the greatest of ideas to use a dark base. It was hard to cover. But with all that said, it has a super nice. I can't even tell if you can tell, but it's got a great finish to the paint. So, all right. So this has got to cure a while. Got to get some paint on my suspension parts, and shoot, this thing will be together in no time. So let me come back. I'll have some suspension parts painted, and we'll see where we go from there. Stand by. All right, so quick update. I know that I just said that the paint I was happy with it, but the closer I looked, the more dark I saw showing through the yellow. Nothing to do with the paint. I just sprayed it over too dark of a surface. So what I've done is I have wet sanded this thing, and I'm going to shoot it. I know that I wanted to do it in yellow, but this is the only yellow I had, and I used every bit of it trying to cover that dark. But I've got this metallic orange that I think will look good, and I think spraying it over this yellow, it'll cover fine. I hate that because I wanted it yellow, but I'd hate it even worse to look at it every time and see that dark color shining through. You kind of can tell, if I can get the focus on this. Well, not really, but on the lights and all, they were really shining through. The dark was coming through, and I just don't want that. I want to be happy with it, even if it's not yellow. So I'm going to take this. I'm about to shoot this. I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to shoot this with orange, and we will come right back and see how it looks then. Stand by. Okay, so here we go. Oh man, sorry, camera's all wobbly. So I painted the Tamiya lacquer right there, and it did not have the shine I wanted, so I did put a coat of clear on this paint, which has turned out really nice. So I think the only thing I'm not sure with the Tamiya paints, I don't see anywhere on it that it says that it is a gloss. It just says metallic orange. It was at best a semi-gloss after it sprayed on there. Nothing like the MCW gloss, but it's a nice paint, very nice paint, and I just clear coated it. So there it is. So it's a I would say more closer to a, not a bronze, but a not super orange, copper maybe. Nice looking color, very metallic, and metallic blends together so well. There's no dark or light spots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the glass in it, and so, I mean really there's only the glass. The parts, the suspension parts are all right here, and they are painted, so they're ready to go on. So give me a few minutes and I'll get some more progress done. May come back for an update, but more than likely this thing will be done on the next segment, so stand by. Alright guys, here it is, all finished up. Figured I'd just go ahead and finish it rather than dragging this video out any longer. The Testors Quick Builder Aluma Coupe by Boyd. It's called a quick builder because it truly is a quick build. It only has just a handful of parts. There's no engine, there's no interior. It looks cool. I mean, if you want something quick and simple, hey, if it's like a 24-hour or 48-hour group build or something, that'd be a good one to have, because I mean literally it doesn't take long at all. And it came in yellow, remember, bright yellow plastic, and I painted it yellow, and that didn't cover my dark primer well enough, so I went back over with this orange, Tamiya orange metallic, I think is what it was called. And it looks more of a, I say it looks more of a copper color, but it still looks good. It's a nice, very nice metallic. Really the first Tamiya paint that I've used, except for the yellow. That was Tamiya also, and this is Tamiya. This is a lacquer. It didn't come out as shiny as I wanted, so I did clear coat this one. But it's a cool looking kit. It'll sit on the shelf. Really nice. It's got those directional billet wheels that were popular back in the 90s. And yeah, it looks pretty neat. I would show you the interior, but like I said, it doesn't have any. It didn't have rear view mirror chrome pieces, so I just painted the rear view mirrors. You can see there, just a chrome paint. Black washed the wheels really nice. They turned out great. They did look good. Headlights are chrome. I just black washed them. It made them look, it toned them down enough that they look presentable. And yeah, I didn't black the windows. They were already completely black. If you'll notice that one, it's like tinted, but these are blacked out because there is no interior, so you don't need it. But it turned out pretty cool. There were stickers for this area right here. That black was stickers. But I didn't have to use the stickers because I didn't want to use stickers. I just black washed it. So I just laid it on its side, put a lot of heavy black wash in there, and then let it dry each side, and it turned out fine. I put a little bit of black wash in the front panel line as well. Just try to liven it up a little bit because it could be very dull if you're not careful, because it doesn't have a lot of detail. So you have to make up for it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys, and this quick builder by Testors. I don't know who actually made this. I never really looked into it. I mean, Testors, I don't think they made too many of their own. I don't know if Testors actually made anything. I think they reboxed everything. For instance, these Testors kits right here. So these Testors kits were actually IMC. So Testor got IMC's molds. This says Fujimi on the 48 Ford Coupe. It's not a Fujimi. It's also... do I have one? I thought I had a... I don't have one of those. Yeah, it's right here. So this is the 48 Ford. It's also IMC, and I don't know why they put Fujimi as the brand. I have no earthly idea. But anyway, Testors, they just basically reboxed everything. I don't know if they actually made anything except paint. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a cool little kit. If you ever get one, grab it. Makes a nice little, what Jason Hanscom calls, shelf queen. And I'll have it on my shelf and enjoy it. It looks nice. Super simple. Build it in no time. The hardest part about it is painting it. And it's not hard. It's just if you made a mistake like I did. But anyway, I'm going to take a few pictures of this thing and post them at the end of this video. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscription button right down there. Like the video if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Go check out Hobby Nut Models, where that Tamiya lacquer paint came from. Go check out Mark's line of Tamiya and MCW paints, as well as other paint, and model kits and supplies and everything else. The Mod Podge is here because that's what I put the windows in with. And I also put the grill in with Mod Podge and the lights. I'll use that stuff occasionally in more places than just windows. But anyway, guys, thank you so much again for watching. Go check out my Facebook group, Model Car Videos Facebook group, Spring Store. Grab yourself a t-shirt, coffee mug, sticker, whatever you can find over there that you like. And don't forget to go check out the Patreon page. Thank you so much for my Patreon supporters. But hey, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Let's get some pictures of this old girl, and we will see you on the next video. You take care. Bye. Whoop.